Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Motown's Wrestling Review. I am your host, Tony Motown Allen, the president of the Motown's Wrestling Group on Facebook. That's actually ran by the First Lady of Motown's Wrestling Group, Ty. So thank you for all your work, Ty, in the group. I appreciate you. And we're doing a review of the Elimination Chamber, but we only had 4 matches. A lot happened yesterday, which was pretty good. I mean, shows in Chicago are normally good. I didn't do a SmackDown review because with things going on with me traveling, I knew I wouldn't have a chance to watch all of SmackDown, do a review, and get it done before Elimination Chamber because that was the very next day. But I do want to at least get my moment of SmackDown, my tap out of SmackDown, and my match of the night for SmackDown. The match of the night for SmackDown was Rhea Ripley and Io Sky taking on Nia Jax and Lash Legend. Not only was it kind of refreshing to see them two win the tag team titles, though, but it was an overall really good match. I think all 4 women really looked good in this match, and it was the best match of the night, in my opinion. My tap out for SmackDown was the Masked Man. They took his mask off to reveal, nobody knew who the fuck it was. Made more sense at the Elimination Chamber, but at the time it was just had you scratching your head like, what the fuck? So that was my tap out for SmackDown. And my moment, in all honesty, is Lash Legend. Lash Legend wins her first WWE title with a legit clean victory over Rhea Ripley. So that's the moment of the night for SmackDown. All right, now on to Elimination Chamber, and they showed before the Women's Elimination Chamber, they showed Jade Cargill up in her own suite. They say she purchased a suite herself. We all know, like, with the ticket sales going on for the United Center, not going as well as they wanted, which is why they put the 50-mile block going on watch parties. They probably didn't sell that box, so they stuck Jade up in there. But the chamber itself kicks off with the women's chamber. The first 2 in was Kiana James and Tiffany Stratton. Then in came Asuka, then Alexa Bliss, then Rhea Ripley, and the last person in was Tiny Tits herself, Raquel Rodriguez. And it was actually a really good women's elimination chamber match. I was I was pleasantly surprised because I thought the women performed very, very well. Kiana James, I think, was surprised at how good she performed. We got the miss from Asuka, which was pretty cool. That miss on Alexa Bliss also led to Kiana James pinning her. So Alexa Bliss was the first one eliminated, and so on and so forth. And it actually came down to Rhea Ripley versus my pick, Tiffany Stratton. I thought they was going to run that back, have Tiffany Stratton win, and go on the WrestleMania against Jade Cargill, but they actually went with Rhea Ripley winning it, which I think is a good choice. I think it's the right choice. Just the thought of Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill, I think that's going to be a really good match. I actually think it's going to be a better match than it would be if it was Tiffany Stratton. I'm not sure if it'd be better than Jade and Charlotte, but I'm not really sure if Jade is right now ready for a Charlotte match, but this is definitely a big match with it not being Charlotte. I mean, Rhea Ripley is one of the bigger stars. And to be honest with you, I made my predictions on Thursday, and then on Friday, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky dropped the titles. And when they dropped the titles, I was just like, I think Rhea Ripley's going to be winning it. So, overall, though, I gave the match a B+, though. I did like this match. Next up, you have Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee. And Becky Lynch came out first, which was good because we knew the pop that AJ would get in Chicago. And the Jersey girl got a huge-ass pop, as we all expected, though. AJ Lee's first wrestling match, and as the Wade Barrett mentioned, and he should have said, and I got some bad news for you. But Wade Barrett been in a one-on-one singles match more recently than AJ Lee, and he hasn't competed in years. But she looked really good in my opinion. I criticized the choice of having her go against Becky Lynch in her first match, but I got to get a dub of her due. I thought Becky Lynch did really well with AJ. I think I'm not sure who called this match and everything. I'm sure because of the time that AJ's been out, I'm sure that Becky was the one that was leading it. But she did a good job. I mean, she's still a fucking bitch to me. She's still that bitch Becky, though. But I got to give both of them credit on this. This match was really, really good. Laid out well. The referee interference was, not interference, but the referee shenanigans was played out well. AJ Lee made Becky Lynch tap, but the ref was, knocked out from the kick from Becky Lynch. And then later on, though, we finally did get the tap out. Becky Lynch ended up tapping out to AJ Lee for her to win her first Intercontinental Championship. In my opinion, she won the title and defended the title all in the same night. She won it with the first tap out, and then she successfully defended it with the second tap out. Gave this match an A. Absolutely fucking loved it. Now, next match. Finn Balor versus CM Punk. So we're going from Chicago to Chicago, and I gotta give them credit. Because when they do these matches where they have like two specialty matches, like the Elimination Chamber and the Royal Rumbles, and they only put two matches in there, I thought they did a better job with the Elimination Chamber card than they did with the Royal Rumble card with the two matches, though, because they had two really good matches, and this is our second one. Finn Balor came out with his old music and everything. He's been doing that lately and everything, and everybody was into it. I mean, Chicago actually liked his entrance and everything. I mean, Finn Balor was not a heel till the music stopped. But then CM Punk had the old Chicago Bulls ring announcer, the old music from the Michael Jordan Chicago Bulls. Goosebumps. I mean, I'm surprised that this is the first time this was done in the United Center. And I know some people are going to be looking at this like, well, they're already wrestling in the United Center. But keep in mind, WCW used to come to the United Center all the time. I used to be right there for every single Nitro that was here. And Dennis Rodman was in the building several times. I'm surprised WCW didn't think to do this with Dennis Rodman. But this was it was different. We haven't seen them do this in the United Center with wrestling. So I really, really liked that a lot. Then it went into the Cult of Personality. The match itself was phenomenal. I mean, of course, CM Punk got a huge pop. I don't have to point that out. But the match Finn Balor was on his A game. He was definitely on his A game, in my opinion. I loved the hell out of CM Punk, though. But I thought Finn Balor made this match. I thought he carried him and made it look good and everything. When the match was over, I'll be honest with you, you also, in my opinion, Finn Balor looked like he was in a better shape. I mean, they did their handshake and everything, kind of acknowledged each other. Finn Balor looked like he's in phenomenal shape, and Punk looked like he was sucking a little bit of wind at the end there. So, but the match itself, gave it an A-. Punk won it with the go to sleep. And like I said, great match. Hats off to Finn Balor for this, too. He came out looking really, really well on this. And it was kind of refreshing that Judgment Day was not ended, so this was a straight one-on-one match. And it also ended with Jay Lee coming out to the ring with her belt to celebrate with CM Punk. Couldn't give him a kiss because of the bally lips. Just kind of looking at it like, I was kissing on Tony Allen in the back, so I'm good. Because I will put it on AJ Lee like that. Next up, we have the men's Elimination Chamber match. And Javon Evans kicked off with Cody Rhodes, which was a pretty much exciting start to the match. Then we had Trick Williams come out, then Logan Paul, then LA Knight, and then the Viper himself, Randy Orton. And it was kind of cool because during this match, my mom was like, I wouldn't really mind seeing LA Knight win this. Now, in my opinion, LA Knight had no chance of winning this match at all. But I'm just like, that did sound kind of intriguing to me. Like, LA Knight versus Drew McIntyre for the world title is not as big as a Drew McIntyre versus Cody match as everybody anticipated it would be. He's not the name, but I really like that a little bit better than what we thought we was going to get, which was Cody versus Drew. So I had to agree with her on that, because it's overtime for LA Knight. Yeah! Javon Evans looked good, but I don't think he lived up to expectations on this. I think we expected so much from him. I think he underdelivered, even though he delivered good, in my opinion. But Logan Paul was almost the MVP, to be honest with you, in this thing. Logan Paul looked really, really well. Logan Paul took out Javon Evans. He took out LA Knight. He took out Trick Williams. 3 eliminations in a row. Was looking good until the masked man comes out. They unmask him, and it's another person that we don't know who the hell it is. But then the real masked man comes out, stomps Logan Paul, and Cody Rhodes, looking at the masked man, took full advantage of it and got the pin. Logan Paul's eliminated, and then the mask come out, and it's the returning Seth Rollins, which I like how they did that. That was really good. I was shitting on it. I mean, in this video, I was shitting on it Friday when they unmasked the guy. I was like, who the fuck is that? Made sense. Like how they do it. Good return for Seth freaking Rollins. Then Drew McIntyre comes up, hits Cody upside the head with the belt, and then was beating on Cody Rhodes in the ring because this is no DQ, despite the fact that they keep telling him to stay out of it. Randy Orton hits him with the RKO. Cody Rhodes hit him with the crossroads, and as Cody Rhodes was getting up, bang! RKO. 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton is going on to WrestleMania. Thank you. I picked Cody in this one, but I was really hoping Randy Orton. To me, Randy Orton is the best wrestler in WWE. Could be the best wrestler in the world, in my opinion. I was so happy to see Randy Orton win this match, get his WrestleMania main event, going for number 15 as he deserves. Now, when they go off the air, Nick Aldis, and I point this out, this had nothing to do with the match. And the match, in my opinion, it had some great moments. I think it was more of a moment than a good match. I gave the match a B. I mean, and in my opinion, like the one-on-one matches were better than the chamber matches, and I think the women did better than the men's chamber, though. Even though the men did have that moment with Seth Rollins, and they also had a moment with Drew McIntyre that led to a really good finish. But I think overall match quality itself, though, I don't think this was as good as the women and was not one of the best matches of the night. But Nick Aldis was yelling at fucking Drew McIntyre, been telling him to stay out of shit constantly, been kicking him out of business. Drew's not listening. So finally, Nick Aldis did it. Friday, Cody Rhodes would get a championship match against Drew McIntyre. And if Cody wins, we would get what I said 2 weeks ago. I'm like, when they talking about the main event and the viewership and the ticket sales and everything, and they were blaming Cody versus Drew versus Jacob Fatu. I say they need to scrap that match. They need to make it happen where it's Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. That's a better match. That's a bigger match. That's a main event match. That's the match I want to see. And my God, we are like this close to getting what I said 2 weeks ago. We are this close to getting Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Oh, God, I cannot wait for SmackDown on Friday. Now, as far as match of the night, I'm giving to AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. I'm kind of surprised to say that. I really thought that was going to be the worst match of the night, but in my opinion, from bell to bell, that was the best match of the night. My tap out was the reveal of Danhausen in the fucking crate. I think the Gobbledygoogle got a bigger pop than Danhausen did when he came out of that shit. Fucking stupid. But the moment of the night, in my opinion, and you can only have this can only be great in one place, and that's Chicago, and that's AJ Lee and CM Punk standing in the ring both as champions. 10, 12 years ago, you would have never thought you'd see both of them in a WWE ring again. Once that's both of them being active wrestlers again, and both being champions. Great moment for them too. Great moment for Chicago. Absolutely loved it. Overall, pretty good pay-per-view. I did like it. Granted, WWE, fuck you with those prices and fuck you with the 50-mile block on watch parties. But overall, good show.